A man died and was told by the deity that he must go to another world. Otherwise, his soul would be completely lost. The deity gave him no chance to react, directly granting him a bunch of unbelievably powerful skills. This man was named Dios, a regular office worker who only shuttled between his company and home every day. On the surface, this life seemed happy, but deep down, he longed for an extraordinary, adventure-filled life. Yet this wish was fulfilled in the most absurd way. After his death, Dios opened his eyes and found himself standing in a pure white space. The man before him wore a white suit and claimed to be the solar system supervisor. The deity spoke in a mysterious tone, mixed with a hint of self-mockery, making Dios feel strange yet interested. The deity explained that there was a planet called Meidionis, whose civilization had always collapsed time and time again. Someone had to be sent to intervene, and Dios was the chosen one, the key to changing this world. Before Dios could refuse, the deity said coldly, "You are already dead. If you don't go, your soul will disperse completely." Dios was utterly panicked. How could such an important matter be spoken of as casually as a chat? The deity smiled and comforted him, saying, "I will never let you go alone." After saying this, he casually granted Dios the ability to use magic, and even maxed out his magical power. Dios perked up at once, and quickly asked for a cute companion. The deity agreed readily, even giving him an infinite capacity backpack, enhanced detection abilities, various resistance skills, and language proficiency. Finally, as Dios's vision gradually blurred, he was transported to a strange alternate world. He woke up in a forest, his first goal being to find a human settlement. Soon, he spotted a village. With no money on him, he remembered the deity's advice and tried casting a detection spell. At first, there was no reaction, but when he shouted probe, countless glowing spots suddenly appeared on the ground. These spots were exactly the locations of the materials. He then used scan and directly obtained the item's information. On his first attempt at collecting, he unearthed rare B-grade materials. In his excitement, he accidentally picked up a nice-looking stone, only to discover it was C-graded excrement. Dios was at a loss, thinking this world's value system was simply bizarre. He entered the village with a backpack full of materials. A grocery store owner immediately took a liking to the stone, excitedly exclaiming that its shape was perfect, and its color was delightful. He directly paid 5 silver coins to buy it. Dios calculated, 1 silver coin equaled 1,000 reeb, and a night's accommodation cost only 500 reeb. Converted, that pile of excrement was worth 50,000 yen. He was stunned into silence, while the shopkeeper hugged the excrement excitedly and rubbed against it. The scene was utterly ridiculous. Very soon, the shopkeeper gave him a new task, to go to East Mountain to collect mithril ore, with a reward of 360,000 reeb. Though monsters were active there, Dios took the job without hesitation, lured by the money. That night, when he stayed at a hotel, he discovered there was no bathhouse. A waitress told him that only noble magicians could use magic to clean their bodies. Thinking about cleaning himself, Dios tried the clean spell. The dirt vanished instantly, leaving him clean enough to shine. But for a modern person who loved taking baths, this was far from a pleasure. It was a torment. The next day, Dios set off for East Mountain. Along the way, he found an adventurer's remains and buried them solemnly. Then, he cooked a pot of soup using the ingredients he had collected. And for the first time, he truly felt the beauty of life in this alternate world. Not long after, he entered the White Tree Forest, a place said to be teeming with monsters. Yet, the surroundings were strangely quiet. The deity even joked, "Maybe you're too smelly. You've scared all the monsters away." He lit a magical light, quickened his pace to leave the forest, and, because he wasn't paying attention, fell off a cliff. Fortunately, at the critical moment, he activated his flying ability and avoided danger. Guided by the magic probe's response, he blew a path open deep into the mountain. At the end of the path, he found a small amount of mithril ore. Unwilling to give up, he continued exploring further, and eventually discovered a magnificent underground lake. The lake's water was crystal clear, and the scan's results showed it was SS-grade, underground magic water. Just as he was about to take a sip, a commanding voice rang out, questioning his identity as an intruder. Dios paid no attention, drinking a large mouthful on his own. The next second, the lake's waters surged, and a black dragon emerged from them. Under the dragon's pressure, Dios immediately acted on his office worker instinct, kneeling down and apologizing profusely. The black dragon was initially angry, but soon was drawn to the powerful magic within Dios. Originally, due to the stagnation of magical elements in the lake, its dragon egg couldn't hatch. It hoped to use Dios's immense magical power to bring its child to life, and in return, it offered a large piece of mithril magic stone. The black dragon explained that all it needed was magic injected into the egg. Dios looked at the enormous dragon egg and casually cast a heating spell. He tried to inject magic, but the dragon egg greedily absorbed it, so much so that his body was drained completely dry. Just as he despaired, the mysterious deity suddenly appeared to save him. then sneered, "Your cute companion has finally arrived." The words had barely left his mouth when the dragon egg cracked open. A small, dark, sticky dragon jumped out, rushed into Dios's arms, and licked him frantically, smelly, sticky, and covered in slime. This was their idea of a companion. The black dragon asked Dios to name it, and Dios casually called it Bee of Black. The black dragon accepted the name with satisfaction and entrusted the young dragon to him. It believed that Dios, whose power surpassed its own, was the best person to raise the young dragon. Just like that, Dios, who had only just arrived in this alternate world, not only earned a substantial reward, but also gained a smelly little dragon companion. He held the little dragon helplessly, sighed, and said, "Before I even start my adventure, I need to give this little guy a bath first."